Hey, if you're new here, my name's Linda. I've been working online for over 13 years. I haven't had a job in over 8. I do digital marketing and I teach people how to do the same thing. And some of you don't know me, you don't know my story, but I wanted to get on here and share. Because most people don't really understand. They see somebody making money and they don't really understand what that person's gone through to get where they are. And this does take commitment, being coachable, and showing up every day, and putting content and doing the work. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money. And I've been super consistent. I lost my job in 2011. I couldn't find another one. At that time, people were getting 1,500 resumes for one job. I got a couple interviews and ended up being drowning in debt. I turned around and I couldn't find a job. I was $250,000 in debt. I was broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. I was being sued. My one brother, who I adored, he passed away. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, how am I going to get myself out of this mess? And I just stuck around. In my first year I did this, I bought a replicated website. I literally went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. They were teaching me how to 3-page PDF. That's the training that I had. I had no mentor, no coach. I started setting up some pay-per-click ads. I spent $3,000. I had no idea what I was doing. I was sending traffic to a replicated website. I did that for like a year and it didn't make any money. And I accidentally one night, I was still looking for a job. I ended up on Facebook. I saw an ad that said make 100% commissions. I joined that company. That company's not around anymore. And I started meeting people and I started realizing, because those first people I met, they were telling me, you don't need an autoresponder. And I'll tell you right now that out of all the tools I use, that is most essential. You absolutely, if you want to do this correctly, you need an autoresponder. And they were telling me to go spam my links all over the Facebook groups. And yeah, you may get some leads from that, maybe even a sale, but they are the worst prospects. And I did that for a while. And then I realized I needed to get around someone who has done what I wanted to do, because success leaves clues. And if you follow somebody that's already done this and they're making money and you model what they do, so you need to, and nobody's going to teach you for free. Yeah, I have a free PDF. You can go to payudaily.com. You can go to the link in my profile if you're seeing this on TikTok and get the free PDF. If you want to try doing this for free, go ahead. And I don't know too many people, actually I don't know anyone that actually started this for free and has been successful, because you can't do this by yourself. You need somebody that's already shown you how to do this. And for me, at one point I was so broke, I was scrounging around for money. I pissed everybody off. I pissed all my family and friends off. I have family and friends who no longer speak to me. I declared I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to replace the income from my job. And it was pain pushing me. Dr. Michael Beckwood said, pain will push you until your vision pulls you. And that's been 100% true for me. And my pain has changed over time. And now I'm dealing with 2 cancer diagnoses. I was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer in November 2021, and several weeks ago, an appointment with my oncologist. The first doctor I saw, she left, and when she left, she had some concerns about my blood work, really didn't explain to me what she was concerned about, wanted me to go have all these CAT scans, which didn't make sense. She let me know, she diagnosed me with leukemia, and I have chronic lymphocytic leukemia, which my dad died from. He had acute. The acute's very aggressive and moves very quickly. And he lived maybe 3 years from the time he was diagnosed. My next door neighbor got the same thing. Both of us are younger than he was when my dad got diagnosed. And she didn't even live 2 years. She went through chemo and radiation. They thought it worked. And then they realized it wasn't working. Then she had a bone marrow transplant. They thought that worked. And she lived maybe even 2 years. And she passed away. And it's very scary what I have in my blood work now, because this whole thing started in April or May of 2023. It's been stable since then. It hasn't changed. But looking at my blood work, my absolute lymphocytes now have been, if it's 5 or higher, which mine have been at least for 3 months. And she made the diagnosis of leukemia. I think she was trying to make me feel better. She said, I have many patients that have this that I've seen for many years. But it's knowing the unknown. And I am a Christian and I believe in God, and I'm just letting him handle all this, because it gets really scary. And a lot of people, whatever your reason, you're looking to make money from him, I'm telling you, it's your birthright to be wealthy. It's my birthright to be wealthy. God didn't want anybody to be living in poverty or poor. And most of us that come into this industry, you have to work on your mindset. This business is 95% mindset. If you keep telling yourself you're broke, you don't have the money to do this, you're just going to keep getting more of the same thing. And one of the things that really helped me that my friend Keisha shared with me, if you go to YouTube, search The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale and start listening to that. That video is about 30 minutes long. I would pull it up on my phone while I was fixing dinner. You can do that while you're doing laundry, clean, whatever. And start listening to that and start feeding your mind, because you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with. And we're all stewards. Anything you have, your house, your car, money in the bank, it's not yours. You were blessed by, God blessed you with it. And for you to go out and do something, because this industry, it can change your life, but you have to do the work. And most people I talk to, they don't do the work. They're not consistent. They don't show up. And that's why they're not making any money. And I'm here every day. I'm posting videos. I'm following a 2-hour blueprint. And I have in the past doing this. And when I was working for a job, what I call the grind, that you're working 10, 12 hours or more a day. I've done that. I worked a full-time job and I put myself through college, and academic scholar I'm not. I was 32, I got diagnosed with ADD, a learning disability. My reading comprehension is at 11th grade level, which is far below what a college level textbook is. And I got some help, and I actually did finish my bachelor's degree, and I graduated magna cum laude for me, because I got horrible grades. But I have a lot of common sense, and I work harder than most people. If you're willing to be coachable, be consistent, and show up and do the work, you can do this. And I do believe in my heart anybody can do this, but most people they sit around, they don't do the work. You have to, when I say every day, it's 7 days a week. Most people are not consistent. That's why you're not making the money that you want. People go, and now Thanksgiving was last week. And at this time of year, most people fall asleep. They fall asleep the week of Thanksgiving, and then they don't come back. And a lot of them take the whole week the first week of January off after New Year's and don't do anything. You don't want to do that, because what you're doing right now in the month of December and these last few months of the year, it's going to set you up for the first part of next year. So you're setting yourself up for 2025. If you're sick, believe me, I've been broke. And if you've been broke, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't have, I had to take $20 and go buy groceries and make sure that I didn't spend any more. Or if you've ever gone and you bought something and then your cards decline, believe me, I've been there. I know what that feels like. It's not fun. And if you just get sick of it, I didn't even have enough money to fill my car with gas. I did without a car for 2.5 years. I gave a lot of things up to make this work. I saw the potential. I always believed I could, and you can do the same thing. But if you're not willing to do the work, and if you're one of those people you think you can do this for free, go ahead, take the PDF and go and try it on your own. I spent a whole year, and I didn't really have a mentor. That's all. The training I had was a three-page PDF. And that's just not enough. So if you want the free PDF, go to my link in my bio or go to payudaily.com, and I'll talk to you later.